Hey, Wellspring, Pastor Jason here, which you know. But if I can be so bold as to, it's always uncomfortable for me when, not uncomfortable, it's weird to me still, even after all these years of being in ministry, when people say Pastor Jason. But that title, pastor, is something where I have the honor of guiding our church in a spiritual direction. And there, you can use the word authority, but that's at some level too strong of a word for what I want to talk about today. What I'm hoping that when you look at me and you see Pastor Jason, that you're looking at a man that's just trying to go before God and guide the church in a certain direction. And so Easter is coming. It is a few days away, and I want to look at us. I want to look at you through the camera and challenge you in some way as your pastor. And I hope that does have a level of weight. I want to challenge you this one little thing. Please don't come to Easter alone. Please come with somebody. Please invite somebody. Please use that phrase, come sit with me. Please share the information not for the purposes of Wellspring Church getting bigger. What good is that? For the purposes of seeing God advance his kingdom. I will be sharing the gospel based off of the testimony in 1 Corinthians when Paul talks about that Jesus showed himself to a whole bunch of people through the resurrection. We're going to be talking about that. So I'll be sharing the gospel and the power of the resurrection with that. And so here are some ways that you can talk about Easter weekend with your friends and some things that we're going to be putting out there on social media. We're going to have a Facebook event. You can share that event. You can invite people to that event. We'll have posts on our Instagram at NJ Wellspring that you can find that post. You can share it on your story. You can crop it. You can email Caleb for a copy of the post that he can email right back to you, and you can put it on your story. You can do those things. We're also going to be putting out a few different videos on our social media that you can share and really kind of target at certain people. Caleb and I, after this, are going to shoot a video that starts with hey you, and we're going to go to hey you 40-year-old man that was kind of grinding and 2020 hit you, and now you're kind of grinding. You're am I grinding at the right things? Is my life going to matter? Hey, I want to challenge you to come check out Wellspring and maybe see if that can change the trajectory of your life. We're going to put out a handful of videos like that kind of start with that hey you and then talk to a specific type of person. So maybe you'll see a video and you'll think of the person down the street. Share that specific video with them. We're also going to be taking some of our key leaders and just some faces that you might see around Wellspring and just being hey, I'm Jason. I'm just a dude that grew up in New England. God brought me here. I really love the Red Sox. I got 3 kids. They're train wrecks, but I love them, and they're growing closer to Jesus as we go. Whatever it might be, I'm just going to share kind of an introduction video of here's a face you might meet around Wellspring. And if one of those videos connects with you for a friend, share it. The purposes of what I'm talking about is that you would look at Easter as an opportunity for gospel advancement. If we exist only for ourselves, why do we exist? We are a church that wants to grow closer to Jesus by drawing people to Jesus. All right? So could you please not sit alone on Easter, be used by God prayerfully to have people come and sit with you? And I just gave you a whole slew of ways in which you can do that. All right? Peace.